Am I the asshole for not going into the store and buying my sister a Plan B because she was too embarrassed? My sister, 18 female, has social anxiety, and she's just a very awkward person overall. Yesterday, she asked me to go in the store and buy her a Plan B because she was too embarrassed. Also, they had them locked up, so you had to ask someone who works there to unlock it for you, and my sister gets anxious going up to and talking to people she doesn't know. I told her she had to go in and get it herself. She got mad at me and said I was being a bad sister because she asked for a simple request, and I should have done it, knowing she has social anxiety. I get where she's coming from, but I also feel like she needs to stop being afraid and learn to talk to people, even if she's embarrassed. She also would have done it if I wasn't there. Am I the asshole? This is dangerously stupid. You make this challenges when your sister has to buy a coffee in Starbucks, not when her life is about to be completely ruined. This seems more like a cruel power play than a helpful lesson. Do you get off watching your sister nuke her life because of her mental health? You are the asshole. You are the asshole. You're not wrong about her needing to learn to cope with her anxiety, but that doesn't seem like the appropriate time or scenario to be teaching her a lesson. You are the asshole. A complete stranger could ask me for help to buy Plan B and I'd do it. They wouldn't have needed to give me reason. You are the asshole. She does need to work on being able to push past anxiety and behave like an independent adult. However, this isn't the time to put your foot down and refuse to help her, and I shouldn't have to explain why. Am I the asshole for saying I can't attend my sister's child-free wedding? I'll keep it short. My 25 sister, 31, let's say her name's Lisa, is getting married later this year. The wedding is child-free. I'm currently pregnant and at the time of the wedding will have a 5-month baby. I asked Lisa if she could come as well, but Lisa said no. I accepted that and told her I won't be able to attend. I don't feel comfortable leaving my young kid with a sitter and my family would be at the wedding. Lisa's pretty pissed off and said I'm trying to act holier than thou and punishing her for having a child-free wedding. She said she wants me to be there and give a speech as the sister of the bride, but I told her I can't attend if I can't bring my baby. She replied some of her friends have kids and they know a lot of trusted sitters, and she'll give me the numbers, but I've refused. Mom said she could stay home with the baby while I attend a part of the ceremony, and then she'll come, and I'll go home, but Lisa wants our parents to be there the whole time. I don't know, I'm just looking out for myself and my kid, but I might be being an awe. Lisa's upset that I'm not attending. Not the asshole. People are allowed to have child-free weddings. They are not allowed to be offended when people don't come. Honest, I would always have chosen my kids. Not the asshole. Not that your sister is an asshole to have a child-free wedding. That's perfectly fine. What makes her an asshole is to insist on a child-free wedding, but also insist that you attend without your baby. She can either accept children, or graciously accept the fact that parents of young children may very well be unable, or unwilling, to attend. She can't have it both ways. I don't know if this is your first baby, but for me, I never would have left my firstborn with anyone for hours at 5 months. I would be stressed the whole time. My second-born, however, I'd leave with a pack of wolves if it meant 5 minutes to myself. Anyway, not the asshole. Am I the asshole for not booking the reservation for a place my fiancé really wants to go for her birthday? So for my fiancé's birthday I planned a weekend getaway and got us a hotel. She also mentioned she wanted to try a specific restaurant, but you need to make a reservation. When she told me, I went on the website, but they only let you make reservations a month in advance and it wasn't yet a month away. Today, she reminded me about the place and I said, I need to wait a month, but then we quickly realized it was less than a month away, so I went on to book it and there are no more reservations available. It is 3 days less than a month away, so I could have gotten on the website 3 days ago if I had been keeping better attention. Now she is angry with me and telling me, I told you I wanted to do this, and giving me a nasty attitude. To me this is really ungrateful, as I planned an entire weekend for her and missed one restaurant she wanted to go to by forgetting for 3 days. But I will admit I am super forgetful and I should have set a reminder. Am I the asshole? Edit. Since some people are getting confused, I planned the trip and then she found a restaurant she would like to try in the city we are going to. A soft you are the asshole. Come on man. We live in the 21st century and nearly everyone has a little thing called a cell phone, almost surgically attached to their hand. And they all have some sort of calendar reminder app. You admit you're aware that you're super forgetful, and should have set a reminder. My question is, why didn't you? She's your fiancé, by the way. If you're male, you're her fiancé. Everyone sucks here, you should have set a reminder, but she could chill out. Try calling the restaurant, though. Maybe they have a cancellation list. I don't think you are the asshole, though you are certainly in the wrong, but boy are you a dingus. You are the asshole. You might have planned a whole weekend but she specifically wanted this restaurant and told you so. No assholes here, it's not really your fault that it booked up that fast, but I can understand that she's upset. However, I think she may be taking it a bit too far. Am I the asshole for asking husband to sign a lease and closing down joint account? Edit my husband and I did sit down and agree on all financial issues before we said I do. When my husband, 40, and I, 35, got engaged, 2021, we both owned our own homes. I pay a mortgage with PMI, he has his home paid off. His home is a lot smaller, half the price, and not as nice, to put it nicely. Hub stated during our engagement that he would move into my house and he would sell his home and put the remaining principal needed into mine to get rid of PMI. I thought this was very nice and was excited, especially because I have been working overtime and on a super strict budget just to get rid of PMI by the end of 2023. Well, he moved in right away. But no sale. Over a year later, we are married and his home is sitting there empty, not for sale or even rent in the meantime. We opened up a joint account, my request, because I wanted to put all our income together and put both houses in both our names. I've always talked about this, but he has stalled in ever reciprocating any agreement and changes subject. He is refusing to put all our income together or houses in our names, because, what if we one day get a divorce? He wants to own his home by himself, and won't have a home to go to, and he will only use the joint account for us to equally put enough money into it each month to pay the new house bills, mortgage, electric, water, cable, etc. One night we were casually discussing this with a friend of ours, and he let us know that now my husband can basically own a piece of my home if we were ever to divorce, since we pay for everything through the joint marital account and since he even helped renovate one thing outdoor shower project. So whatever money he put into upgrades in the future and what we pay through joint marital account. We'll give him some % legal interest according to our friend. And jokingly told him, nice move man. Later, I told my husband it's not fair that he now will have a legal interest in my home since we now pay for half of my home's bills. What should by now be both of our house legally if he had agreed to put both homes in our names, through a joint marital account, while also 100% owning his home, and it wasn't fair that he went back on his word of selling his home. I told him until he was ready to put our money together, and put both homes in our names, and make good on his promise, we should not have a joint account that would only benefit him if something were to happen to us. I closed it down and gave him my banking details to pay rent to me each month and attached a lease that I asked him to sign so legally his payments are rent and anything additional is considered a gift. Am I the asshole? Edited to add his entire profit from his home wouldn't go into my house. The dollar comes to like 1/10 of his profit to get rid of PMI. But yes, it's true, I do expect us to put all money together. I make more than him, he will have a profit from a house, no tit for tat, all money together. Not the asshole. If your husband is trying to protect his finances because one day you might get a divorce, you should absolutely be doing the same. I just caution you that it sounds like this divorce might happen sooner rather than later, based on how your husband is acting. Talk to a lawyer. Consider a postnuptial. That will protect both you and your husband if things go south. Marriage is one of the most stressful things you can do. If this is a concern of your husband, it should placate him. Not the asshole. One day we might get divorce. Sounds like he's planning for that to happen. Not the asshole, it's a red flag that he isn't willing to do this. Not the asshole, but he is. He's holding on to his place as a safety net, case he wants out of the marriage. That's why he's not renting it or selling it. Nay, wants to keep it for himself.